The Cervicothoracic Sign Simple Radiology Explanation. Welcome to this short radiology explanation. Today we'll learn an important X-ray clue that helps us localize masses in the upper chest. The cervicothoracic sign. 1. What is the cervicothoracic sign? The cervicothoracic sign is a useful variation of the silhouette sign. We use it on frontal chest X-rays to determine whether a superior mediastinal mass is located in front of the trachea in the anterior mediastinum or behind it in the posterior mediastinum. This single detail can significantly narrow the differential diagnosis to the core concept. To understand the sign, remember one anatomical fact: the anterior mediastinum ends at the level of the clavicles. The posterior mediastinum extends higher above the clavicles. What this means: 3. Positive cervicothoracic sign anterior mediastinal mass. If a mass rises above the clavicles and its upper border disappears, this suggests the mass is in the anterior mediastinum. It blends with the soft tissues of the neck and loses its margin. Example: lymphadenopathy. Opacity on this frontal X-ray appears just on the left clavicular border and not above it. The axial CT scan confirmed that this lesion opacity is anterior mediastinal in site. For negative cervicothoracic sign, posterior mediastinal mass. If a mass remains visible above the clavicles with a sharp, clear upper border, then the lesion is posterior, either in the posterior mediastinum, pleura, or apical lung. This happens because dark lung tissue anterior the mass provides contrast or interface, allowing the border to remain visible. Example: neurogenic tumors is 90% of the posterior mediastinal masses, like neurofibroma and schwannoma. As in this frontal X-ray, the mass extend above the left clavicle. The coronal CT scan confirm the posterior mediastinal location of this mass. Sometimes, the side borders of anterior mediastinal mass can be seen just above the clavicles, as in this frontal view. A common example is a thyroid goiter wick extending from the root of the neck downward into the chest and associated with tracheal deviation to the right side. 5. Quick summary: if the upper border disappears above the clavicles, anterior lesion. If the upper border remains visible above the clavicles, posterior lesion. Understanding the end level of each mediastinal compartment is the key to applying this sign correctly. The cervicothoracic sign is simple, practical, and very helpful in daily radiology practice. Mastering it allows you to quickly localize upper mediastinal masses using only a standard frontal chest X-ray. Thank you for watching.